going to be interesting dynamic what's happening with this particular LightSpeed quiz. We're going into the last 2 tilts of Chris's set and LightSpeed quiz number 4, 2017. And, well, you've only got to look at the kind of scoreboards to see that although Mike's in front there, it's got to shuffle up the order at the top of the boards for the overall championship. We've got 2 rounds coming up. What subjects are we doing?
We've got visual and sport.
Visual and sport. So, Michael, are you looking forward to some sport for the last round?
Depends what sport it is.
If it's not all rugby, you'll be fine.
If it's 20 questions on wrestling, yes.
Wrestling isn't a sport.
I don't know why I keep saying that. It's like Tim with the best.
I think you'll be watching this, I know it's been said before, but it'll probably be published about the end of May.
The end of May?
We love May.
Don't forget to vote later.
It's going to be published on the 6th of June.
Vote later.
Okay.
Just don't vote Tory.
Tilt 7 is visual, which includes television, cinema and the stage. So, question 1. This classic British comedy ran from 1974 to 1977. In August 2016, a one-off episode revival of the original series was broadcast on repeat.
Porridge.
Is correct.
2 points.
Question 2. This character vowed to... Thank you.
No, take it back.
Question 2. This character vowed to kill the Winter Soldier in Captain America Laycock.
Prince T'Challa.
Correct. Black Panther T'Challa.
2 points.
Who was it?
T'Challa, or the Black Panther.
All right, okay.
Played by Don Cheadle?
Sorry, who was it?
No,
Yeah,
Machine.
got an old
Not Chidwell Atfire either, the other.
Question 3. Between 1976 and 1980, this TV show won 5 Emmys. The title character had served time in California's San Quentin prison in the 1960s due to a wrongful conviction. After Rhodes.
$6 million man.
Incorrect. After 5 years, he was pardoned. His infrequent jobs as a private investigator barely allowed him to maintain his dilapidated kid.
The Rockford Files.
Rockford Files is correct.
You should have gone for it.
2 points.
Oh, I'm going to get that from me.
Question 4.
Love this quiz.
This term dates to at least 1962, but examples of it exist prior to that. For example, Rock Around the Clock in...
Oh, there's no what's on there. Catch 22.
No.
It's in my press, that.
Laycock.
Rock and roll.
-1.
Rock Around the Clock in
-1.
1956. Possibly the first was Yankee Doodle Dandy in 1942, a film about playwright and composer George M. Cohan and featuring many of his greatest songs. The term came into more common usage with the production of Buddy. Kid.
Jukebox musical.
Is correct. Very good.
I knew someone said rock
2
and roll, my
points.
answer was going to be wrong, but...
I can see Mark over there, but I'm really going over there.
Question 5. This character is originally from Galveston, Texas. He was a child prodigy with an eidetic memory. He began college at Debs.
Sheldon Cooper.
Yes, Sheldon Cooper.
2
I
points.
think you should be shouting Bazinga about now.
Question 6. Writer Chris Chibnall was inspired by the Amit.
Broadchurch.
Broadchurch is correct.
Oh, no prisoners.
2 points.
Question 7. The movie was filmed in Ceylon, now Sri Lanka, although the titular of...
Bridge on the River Kwai.
Very good.
Wow.
Hello, Clive.
2 points.
They're still there, isn't they? The kind of bridges in the river.
Question 8. Lin-Manuel Miranda received... Annette.
Hamilton.
No.
Oh, no.
Still not Hamilton.
-1.
I'll give you a tip. The next one, it'll be Hamilton. Next time he says it'll be Hamilton.
Received a 2017 Oscar nomination for this film. It missed out on the Oscar for Best Animated Film to another Disney film, Zootopia. Dwayne Johnson. Kid.
Moana.
Moana. Yep.
Yeah.
Dwayne Johnson, wrestling.
We weren't even there, were we?
No. Anyway, buddy.
We are never even.
Question 9. This 2014 film, loosely based on a TV series of the same name, stars Denzel Washington as a retired Laycock.
Equaliser.
Yes, it is.
Bloody slow again.
2 points.
Question 10. This show's mascot, a golden robot called Mr. Chips, appears in Gavin.
Catchphrase.
Is correct.
Say what you see. Say what you hear.
It's good. But
2 points.
They're both in the question. Yes. Question 11. This 1980s TV comedy tells the story of former lovers Vincent Penner and Ashton.
Just good friends.
Just Good Friends is correct.
2 points.
Clive, welcome to my world.
Question 12. This 2016 film is a biographical war drama. Steve.
Hacksaw Ridge.
Is correct.
2 points.
Desmond Dossett.
Awesome film.
Great.
Oh, it's an awesome 3 films actually.
13. As a young child, this title character witnesses his mother being murdered by a chainsaw for being a police informant. Recovered and adopted by his mother's police handler, this experience has psychologically scarred him. As an adult, McPhee
Dexter?
is Dexter, correct? Yep.
Second answer for Dexter today as well, wasn't it?
2
Yes, it
points.
14. Hello, my name is Elder Price, and I... Steve.
Book of Mormon.
It is the Book of Mormon, yes.
I had a t-shirt on last night. Front row, Victoria.
Question 15. This US TV comedy follows a team of detectives headed by newly appointed Captain Ray Holt. Amit
Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
is correct.
It's anything about
2
TV and
points.
films.
Question 16. This 1970s British TV drama was produced on film, not videotape, making it possible to shoot it almost entirely on location. The 16mm film gave it a startling degree of realism, and film editing techniques enabled the show to have a heavy bias towards action sequences. Filmed mainly around West London, Laycock
Sweeney.
is correct.
2 points.
Question 17. This film was named as the greatest film of all time at the Brussels World's Fair in 1958. The best known... Norman.
Citizen Kane.
Incorrect.
Oh,
The best known sequence of the film is set on the Odessa steps. Brendan
Battleship Potemkin.
is correct.
2 points.
Touched about it there, so I'm going to go for Citizen Kane.
Question 18. Supervising animator Andreas Deja described the title character of this Disney cartoon as not a smart aleck, not streetwise, he's just a naive kid trapped in a big body. Stealing the show and described by one critic, he's like a hostile wisecracking salesman trapped in the body of the Antichrist. James Wood was critically... Amit.
Toy Story.
Incorrect. James Wood was critically
Minus
acclaimed
1.
for his portrayal of Hades. Name... Laycock
Hercules.
is correct.
2 points.
Question 19. This film is a 2005 American biographical war drama based on the US Marine Anthony Swofford's 2003 film.
Jarhead.
Jarhead's correct.
Nicely done.
yeah.
2 points.
And question 20. This game show has aired on BBC One since the 18th of April 2016. The goal is to unlock a safe. Ashton,
I'd like to give this out. I was going to go on the year, but...
it is the
In case anybody's watching on YouTube, Michael McPartland's just over there. He won the code. How much did you win, Mike? £6,000 between you?
6,500, which we haven't got yet, by the way.
No, I haven't got mine either.
and Brendan won.
Well, I saw
£4.5
that girl
on the code.
driving around the big
Oh,
limousine.
Brendan, we've got to... Well, you go look up Mike McPartland and Brendan... I'm going to say Brendan Fraser. Brendan Curtis. Don't look up Brendan Fraser, whatever you do. And watch them on the code. This is wonderful stuff. Did either of you get that? No,
Yeah,
you didn't.
I was going to go on the year, but then I hesitated.
Yeah.
What's that one? Oh, the chord.
Okay, and the final tilt is sport. I haven't got any
Boom.
games, pastimes, or
Can
any
you
other
tell
crap.
us
It's
how
just
much...
sport.
How come... how much is between Laycock and me for the money? Who's in for the money?
8 points.
8 points.
8 points. Yeah.
You need 4, mate, and I need to get nothing.
Okay.
It's sport and all.
Question 1.
Rugby league.
This rugby player is Wales' youngest ever captain. In 2007, former England...
Sam Warburton.
Incorrect. Rhodes.
You keep
That's
digging
me
up.
gone then. I'm going to
Minus 1.
In 2007, former England
Minus
captain
1.
Will Carling ranked him as the greatest player ever. stating he was a supreme athlete with supreme skills, the complete package. He played in the 1970s, but if he played... Norman
Gareth Edwards.
is correct. Gareth Edwards.
2 points.
Read the biography.
Question 2. This footballer is second to Alan Shearer on the list of goals scored in the FA Premiership. Amit.
Cole.
Incorrect. Rhodes.
-1.
Andy Cole.
No. Ashton.
-1.
Bobby Fowler.
No. When he scored his first Premier League goal, it made him the youngest ever scorer in the league. Brendan.
Wayne Rooney.
Wayne Rooney's correct.
Of course.
2 points.
Question 3. Only one man in history has ever achieved this feat, and he did it twice. The first occasion was on the 17th of July 1997 at Hechtel in Belgium, and remains the world record today. The athlete, Daniel Coleman of Kenya, had set a world record for 3,000 metres the previous September that still stands. He repeated this feat in Sydney, Australia later in the same year. To achieve this feat, he averaged just over 15 miles per hour for just under 8 minutes. What athletic achievement is this, McP?
Sub 8 minute steeplechase. 3,000 metre steeplechase.
Incorrect. What athletic
-1.
achievement is this that could be argued to be twice as good as Roger Bannister? Kid.
It's a sub 8 minute 2 miles.
Correct. He ran 2 sub 4 minute miles back to
Spot.
back.
2 points.
And he's the only person ever to do it, and nobody knows who the hell he is, and I think that's a horrific shame. He's one of my athletic heroes. Daniel Coleman is his name. Absolute star.
I knew from the get-go.
Number 4. Sam Groth must be fairly unhappy. Phil.
Fastest 7 tennis.
Is correct. Yeah. He,
2
although
points.
his effort has been measured using approved equipment and other data appeared within the normal range, but it's not regarded as the record because it was in a challenger event, not an event on the main tour. But 163 miles an hour, Sam Groth.
Ouch.
Very good. Number 5. He is listed at number 11 in the poll of 100 greatest black Britons. In 1989, he was awarded the Adidas Golden Boot, which was awarded to the world's most outstanding player. He remembers that, looking back, to be the world's best player at that time was the biggest honour of my career. He was a winner of the Lance Todd Trophy. Rhodes.
Ellery Hanley.
Ellery Hanley's correct.
Oh, sod off.
2 points.
Question 6. This boxer was one of the celebrities featured dressed in prison gear on the cover of the 19... McP.
John Conte.
Is correct.
2 points.
Question 7. This Formula 1 driver has a passion for different helmet designs which started at a young age. At age 8 he wanted the crab from The Little Mermaid, who was also called Sebastian, on his helmet. Rhodes.
Vettel.
Is correct.
Which one?
Question 8. This cyclist has won 4 World Championship gold medals, 3 in the Madison and 1 in the road race. However, McP
Cavendish.
is correct. He's never won an Olympic gold.
2 points.
Question 9. For most of their early history, this NFL team were coached by Don Shula. Kid.
Dolphins.
Correct.
The San Diego
2
Dolphins.
That's your best answer.
You've given it!
Question 10. This player is probably the greatest ever bowler in one-day international cricket, with an economy rate at just over 3 runs per over and an average of less than 20 runs per wicket. At 6 feet 8, he was one of the tallest players. Tony.
Joe Garner.
Is correct.
You've got to. It can only be Joel Garner, can't it? You know.
Question 11. This country made its Olympic debut at the 1956 Summer Games. Tony.
China.
Incorrect. Has competed at 14 Summer Games and 3 Winter Games. Only 2 athletes had taken part in the Olympic Games through reaching the required standards to qualify, rather than by receiving a wildcard invitation. They are Makalasi Bilikiobu in the women's 400 metres at the 2008 Games, and Leslie Copeland in the men's javelin at the 2012 Games in London. In Rio in 2016, their team, coached by Ben Ryan, McP
Fiji.
is correct.
Yeah, God.
2 points.
Sevens, yeah.
Question 12. Throughout its 39-year history, this competition was always a straight knockout tournament with two-legged home and away. Brendan
The UEFA Cup Winners' Cup.
is correct.
Oh,
2 points.
13. After an early career beset by injury, this athlete worked on his takeoff technique with coach Dan Pfaff during the winter of 20... Phil.
Greg Rutherford.
Very good. Is correct.
2 points.
how big was the list then when he said 20?
And when he said Dan Pfaff, I
There
knew
was
the
3 on
answer,
the
so-
list or something, eh?
14. This tennis player won the US Open in 2009, beating... Is Phil.
Del Potro.
He's very good. Is correct. Number 15.
2 points.
Since 2015, this Olympian has been Chancellor of Oxford Brookes University. A 6-time world champion. Phil.
Is it Catherine Granger?
It certainly is Catherine
That's a good hat
Granger.
trick. A round of applause for the hat
Tremendous
trick there, please. It's a shame we're not playing for the kind of scale of prize we play for in the Masters or the Open, and you just leapt up 250,000
Question
pounds.
16. This fighter was a national youth level boxing champion before moving into mixed martial arts. Signing to the UFC in 2013, he has only one defeat by submission to Nate Diaz. McP
Conor McGregor.
is correct.
What a shot. What a
I should have
shot.
gone for him.
2 points.
Don't say you should have gone earlier.
Yeah, would have on the first go.
Question 17. This Italian's first love was kart racing, but when the cost became prohibitive, he followed his father into motorcycle. Ashton
Valentino Rossi.
is correct.
How far behind were
2 points.
You're still here after the first round, Dave.
Question 18. In February 2013, the editors at Runner's World magazine selected this man as the greatest runner of all time. Having joined the Czech army at the end... Ashton is correct.
Should have got it. Should have come in soon.
Question 19. He must be so frustrated. The only golf major he's not won is the US Open. Ashton
Mickelson.
is correct. He's finished runner-up
2
6
points.
times.
Change my answer there.
Question 20. On the 4th of February 2017, Jessica Ennis-Hill took part in her first event, saying, "Loved it this morning. 5... Tony.
Marathon.
Incorrect. Steve.
-1.
Stupid park run.
It's park run.
Gonna say
5K is a little bit further than the 800 metres I'm used to. And
Ta-da! Is that it?
That's correct.
nicely done, Steve.
How about this?
Ashton, did you get 2 questions?
Well, the
2
last 3,
points.
I don't mind.
Yeah,
I think there's only 3 I got.
yeah, there were only 3. But
I could do it with the pint actually.
Okay, well.
The pint.
So when is it?
And in a magic bit of Star Trek technology, the computer's come in front of me. First off, obviously, Chris, you set a lot of questions there, and they're absolutely most excellent. We'll talk about that in a minute. The genre winners, sport, we've got Phil. Give him a little round of applause. Joint winners, Brendan and Amit on music with 5 points each. Well done. Arts, Amit again on 6. What a great start it was today. History, the biggest winner of the day, was McP on history with 12 points. How about that? Visual, we'll gloss over that one quickly. Current, 8 points. Can we have a hefty boo for Mark Laycock, please? Now, for some reason, the person who won the next round hasn't been highlighted, but it looks to me like Phil with 6 points on science and Laycock with 6 points on science with the joint winners of that one. Geography on 7 points, along with a brilliant visual round for Steve King. Yes, 10. Overall, we're going to go through the cash prizes first. I do believe, unless there's a tie which anybody can spot, with 71 net points, McP, you have got £10. So I will kind of jumble this up and throw it over there. Can you pass it on for us a minute, please?
Well, that wasn't the greatest all that, was it?
In second place for £20, it's always the bridesmaid. Amit, can you kind of pass this round to Mark, please? And it'll look more like we're doing it visually there. Give Mark a little round of applause. Give him a huge patronising round of applause, yay! Because in first place, it has been 14 years since I've got a penny out of this.
It will take you 14 years to answer that pissing question about
you know,
Give the lads extra
the
five.
thing is, with 65 points, I've not cracked 100, and yet off scratch, I think, Clive, you broke 100 once. So anyway, it worked for me. So give me a little round of applause and 30 quid. And Debs, can you sneak round the cameras and pass me that medal, which I will wear very proudly?
This one
This
here?
is a net competition, it's handicap. So basically, net is a synonym for somebody who's crap, but we occasionally give something to. Thank you very much, Debs, that's wonderful. I like that. April net champion. So I will put that on and wear it proudly with Ricky's shirt. Thanks, Graham, for the shirt. And there we go. The blue ribbon event really is the total, the overall total. We've got some kind of interesting scores here. Let's have a look how the rookies have got on, shall we? Everybody's scored, everybody's in the positives, and everybody's got a lot more points than Charlie, which makes a big change. Charlie only got 2 points. Deb's 5. Hard going today over the end there, Debs, I'm afraid for you. It really was hard going. Tony, not your kind of feel today.
I was lightning fast as fuel, and I'm still getting beat.
Again, you kind of, well, I would say the North East has been absolutely humiliated today, but when we actually look down the list and see who won, with 40 points, Matt, your nearest competitor, there's been a mistake somewhere along the line. Anyway,
Yeah, there's been a mistake. I don't know what it is.
is that right? What's that? Am I his nearest competitor?
Yeah.
No, that's a mistake. That's different. Something's gone wrong somewhere.
Put your handicap on the growth score.
I think you two and I go out by ourselves tonight and just kind of look on that. Give Michael McPartland, McP, a massive round of applause. The medal for McP is there. Phil, if you could pass that medal on to Michael, and we will go around Oxford tonight with these medals round our necks, and we will pull and stuff like that. So that's it from this particular LightSpeed quiz for April's LightSpeed quiz. The next one which you'll be watching will be from Pontefract, or quite close to Pontefract, over in Sherburn and Elmet. There's no point me telling you about where it is because you can't enter it now. Probably you're better off the forthcoming events which you'll see after this has been posted. There'll be an event at Lytham St Anne's at the end of June, and really Llandudno will be a great event in the last day of September, the first day of October, which Hugh's organising. So please come and join in the LightSpeed quiz. Before we finish, I've got to say thank you to John at the bar, and Vince for organising the club here. What's the place called?
Bletchingdon.
Done. And so to Vince and Chris and everybody here, give them a big round of applause. Thank you very much.
So what we do next?